Just got back from the skate park. It has been raining nonstop for the last couple of days, so super fortunate, very stoked that I got a little bit session, had to avoid some puddles at the park. I kind of wanted to talk about my experience with being on YouTube and having a YouTube channel for 2 years now, kind of what to expect in the future, what I've learned, skater burnout, everything like that. I wanted to start with why I have a YouTube channel in the first place. Another way to sort of phrase this question for myself is what I would be doing without a YouTube channel. And I honestly think it would be pretty much the same thing. I know a lot of people are incentivized to get on YouTube because of money. You can make money while making skate content. That is super dope. And I think that's rad. There's also a lot of people that are on YouTube for fame and for a platform to just grow an audience. And I think some of those do play a role. Don't get me wrong. I honestly just think YouTube is the best platform for me to be a video creator. At the end of the day, I would be making videos with YouTube. Without it, I was on Vimeo for years. I had a skate zine for 10 years before I started my YouTube channel. So I've always enjoyed creating content, and I think YouTube just happens to be the best medium, the best platform right now to distribute that content, and especially in long form. As you know, there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's all these different ways to digest content, but for me, I like long form content. I honestly think this is probably one of the only social platforms that is still alive, that is still long form. There's YouTube Shorts, they're pushing to kind of capitalize on that short form content, but the overarching point that I'm getting at is that I enjoy making videos, not just 30-second stunts. I think it's really great, and I'm super grateful for everyone that has subscribed and has followed me on this journey of YouTube and creating content. I guess the overarching point that I'm getting at is, regardless if it was YouTube, Vimeo, creating zines, or just creating DVDs, which I did do originally, that's where I started, I would always be making skateboard videos. With or without YouTube, I would still be doing this. I'm not sure where it would be, but I honestly don't think I started making videos because of YouTube. It was the other way around. I made videos. YouTube just happened to be the best place to put them on. That's sort of why I'm on it now and what I would be doing if I didn't have YouTube. I also want to acknowledge that I learned a lot from this platform. In my professional career, I'm a digital designer at Manscaped. Yes, we sell ball trimmers. That is what I do for a normal 9-to-5 job, and I love it. I personally love it so much, and I learned all of that from this platform. I didn't go to school for any of this stuff. I wasn't privileged enough to have the resources as certain people are and certain people don't have, but the point that I'm getting at is I really utilize this platform for education, for myself, for acknowledgement. So I learned Photoshop, I learned Adobe Premiere, I learned After Effects, I learned how to take 35mm photos and how to scan Super 8 film. Like, all these things that I've learned throughout the course of the last 34 years has almost all been from YouTube or from some sort of internet source. So I felt 2 years ago that it was just time to get on here and add a little bit of my perspective. I don't think I should be your one source for skateboard content or anything like that. However, I've tried to make content that I enjoy, that I want to watch, and that I was always looking for, how to build skate spots and certain things that I feel like aren't accessible. There's lots of skate tutorials out there. There's tons of channels that just review other content, and I think that's really cool too. And I think that's kind of the rule that we're into. There's so much content out there that now you have these channels that almost filter through the content for you, so you don't have to watch every video. I think that's super cool. However, that's not a direction that I feel will ever go. I enjoy making videos, interviewing people, and telling stories. Most of you know that have been here on this channel. If you're not a subscriber, my name is Zach Dowdy. I've been skating most of my life, and that's kind of part of why this has been a really fun experience for me, because I love skateboarding and I love creating videos. So it's almost like a perfect storm combination. I do get burnt out on skating. I do get burnt out on making videos, but with the combination of it, it's nice. Some days I'll just go skate and not have to make a video at all. Other days I just bring my camera and I don't skate and I document other people. So it's a constant way to enjoy it. So skater burnout is definitely something that I've experienced throughout these 2 years. The point being is it's very easy for me to kind of shift the gears so I don't get too burnt out on one thing or the other. There has been times, like there was a month where I was making a video every single day on this channel, and I had so much fun with that. It's constantly been an experiment. I think that's the best way to put so far the 2 years of doing this content on YouTube specifically, is that I'm always experimenting. I think that's just like creative people are always wanting to experiment. I know, of course, there's certain videos that are going to do good, and I know what those videos are, but I don't feel like I want to make that all the time because that just doesn't sound fun to me. I feel like I would get burnt out. So experimenting allows me to not get burnt out, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. And I sort of just shift gears a little bit, and I tried to always create things that are experimenting. I think that's skateboarding in general. You're constantly experimenting. Like when I go skate, I do my go-to tricks that I know that I have unlocked, but I'm always trying different tricks that I don't know so that I can just figure them out and experiment. And that is one thing that I'm always trying to do with this channel. I love skateboarding and making videos, so it's definitely going to range a little bit here and there. I know that works against me. I totally know that works against me, probably holding me back from growing a little bit ways. But again, it's about finding that balance because I want to enjoy it. I don't want to just create it based off metrics and performance, because to me that's not very creative. That's very tech, and it takes away a lot of your creativity. Now, some of the things that I've learned, and of course this is going to sound super cheesy and hopefully not too much repetitive if you've listened to videos like this before, but you definitely have to feel a certain way about a topic before you just go create a video about it. And what I mean by that, for me personally, most of you know I'm not a big fan of Nike. I don't love Nike SB. I don't think they should be in skateboarding. So I made a whole video about that and explain those contexts. And not everybody agrees with that, and that's totally fine. I don't think everybody should agree. It'd actually be very bad. We don't need more echo chambers in the skateboard industry. But I guess the overarching point is, like, if I felt passionate or if I felt a certain way about any kind of one topic, normally those videos did a lot better. You guys enjoyed them. That is definitely one of the biggest takeaways, is no matter what does good on other channels or for other people, that doesn't really matter for me. What matters for me is that I actually have to be invested into whatever topic it is that I want to create a video about. And then the other thing I will say is trying not to just jump on the trends or bandwagons of like what's doing good, because I think a lot of that shit's pretty lame, to be honest. A lot of that content gets pretty boring, gets diluted. Everyone trying to does this copycat thing, and I just don't enjoy watching it. So I have tried that, and I've realized myself that I don't enjoy it. So I'm definitely putting a stop to a lot of that and just honing more into the things that I do enjoy, like making skate spots, reviewing new products like the Lerp Pip trucks. Super excited for those. I got a review for those coming up. Going through these things and experimenting. It's always experimenting. And I think as creatives, experimenting is like the core of creativity in a way. So as far as future plans for this channel going into 2022, one big sort of kind of series of projects that I'm working on is how to get skate parks made with Kit and Russell. And I have mentioned it a few times, but we've done 4 or 5 different skate parks. So I'm still editing all that stuff, planning to drop it in January. So it'll be very, very soon when those start rolling out. And then another kind of continuing series that I want to do is the aging skateboarder's perspective. That's just getting skaters' perspective that are a little bit older and have, gone through ups and downs and kind of express how they feel. Some are professional skaters, some aren't skaters, some are full-blown professors, like the previous episode that we had with Mike, who we interviewed and is still skateboarding. So I definitely do want to do more interviews, kind of get more skaters' perspective, definitely more abstract DIY skate spots. I have one that I've been trying to install for almost 2 months now. I'm just trying to find the right spot. So those videos might be a little more spaced out, but they're going to be a little more articulated, a little more detailed, and kind of explore more DIY obstacles, essentially. I do have 3 tricks I want to learn this year, specifically that I'm calling out for myself. One is inverts, any sort of invert on transition. The next one is learning tray flips on flat. Never done a tray flip on flat. I know it sounds crazy. And then the third one is backside Smith on ledges. So setting those 3 goals for this year, I think are going to also allow me to sort of articulate videos and just work on my progression outside of the channel itself. That's just skating itself, sort of cross blending into the channel. By the age I'm 30, I was going to learn inverts. I said that when I was like 20, and here I am at 34. That is definitely a big goal this year. Learn inverts, get upside down on pull coping. Pretty much it. That's all I got for you right now. I don't want to dive too much into everything. I just wanted to give a quick thank you to anybody that has watched any of the videos throughout this year and kind of give you some plans for what to look forward to in the future. Coming months, skate park series, more DIY skate spots, definitely trick progression videos, interviews. Super excited. Subscribe if you're not already. Smash that like button. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Mash.